I apologize, y'all. I had to remake this here. I had a brief interruption, but today happened to be Saturday, October the 3rd, 2020. It's about 4:26 p.m. 2020. Time for the change, time for a vision, time for black folks. It's time for us to wake up. Some of those that's our asleep. I'm addressing, and I like to greet all human beings all around the world, no matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me, my YouTube channels, or any of my YouTube videos, no matter where they surface. It doesn't matter. I still greet all you all with the universal greetings of peace, and the blessings of God be with you. As I stated earlier, it was a brief interruption. That's why I didn't finish this particular video, and I started it over. But anyway, what I want to address to the people, all people, then I want to address something specifically, particularly to black people. Again, I was saying I like to give high honors to a young triple OG friend of mine. He's like a son. He's like a little brother. You see what I'm saying? And he's like a person that I can trust with my back turned. You see what I'm saying? He come from a family. His mother, may she rest in peace, a real good friend of mine from Cabrini Green, Rasia Dawson, also known as Bay Honey, may she rest in peace. Her son, Victor Dawson. I like to give high honors to him, and I know some people don't want to give it to him, but a post he put up about a day or two ago. And he said he know some people is not going to agree with what he's saying and may not even like it. And it was concerning Donald Trump. And I believe I was the first one that commented on it. And I told him I agree with him 100%. And that's when he said he wouldn't wish death on Donald Trump since he's been considered having the coronavirus. And he said he wouldn't wish that death on anybody. And God is pleased with him, whether man is pleased with him or not. Sometimes you will say things, you see what I'm saying, that people ain't gonna like. And I know a lot of people don't like Donald Trump, and white and black. I don't like what he be doing. But let me tell you this here. For those family and friends and anybody else, and no disrespect, because it's everybody prerogative to be able to express their opinions. We shouldn't fall out for somebody's opinions. Y'all done seen down here in Southeast Missouri. Hey now. Down here in Southeast Missouri, I've been physically assaulted. I've been falsely arrested, wrongfully tried and convicted, talked about. You see what I'm saying? Because of my views. But if you notice, I haven't stopped. But I just want to ask all of those that said that they wish Donald Trump would die from this coronavirus, or his entire family would die from this coronavirus. I want to ask you a question. Even though I wouldn't, I'm like video, I'm not going to wish death on anybody. But how many of y'all that's black would wish that same death on these blacks that's out here unjustifiably murdering other blacks. Hey now. How many of y'all would wish this same death on some of these blacks that's out here selling that fentanyl, heroin, crack, and all rat poison, embalming fluid, and all other type of drugs and mess in the black community that's killing blacks? How many of y'all would wish that same death on them? Now, this is this is constructive criticism. Anybody don't know what constructive criticism is? Let me educate you on it. Constructive criticism is something that build up, tear down negativity, and build up positively. It ain't to tear you down. It's just to show you some different, show you the logic in it. You see, it's God's job. Hey now. It's God's job to seek judgment and revenge. It ain't man's. But man sometimes do it on his own. But you got to be careful what you wish on somebody else and their family, because it may come right back on you. But again, how many of y'all would wish this same death on blacks that's out here misusing these government funds, ripping off the black community? Some of these black leaders, NAACP, black preachers. The priests ain't the only one out here molesting boys and little girls. You have some of these black preachers doing it too. You have some of these people that's running this government grant, funds programs doing it too. How many of y'all will wish that same death on them? It's just a question. You don't have to answer it, but it's just trying to show you something. You see what I'm saying? Just like a squirrel, no matter how many nuts you put down there for him, the squirrel got enough sense in certain seasons. He'll dig a little hole, but he'll plant it right back. He ain't gonna destroy your yard like a groundhog would. But the squirrel is gonna dig to bury, hey now, dig to bury his food, so when the winter come, he'll be stacked up. But you see, the drug dealer, he don't do it, or the preacher, he don't do it, or the people with the government grant money, getting the government grant money, they do it for one thing. They do it out of greed, and they don't care at what cost. They don't care at what cost somebody else's family being destroyed. You see what I'm saying? But those that out here misusing these young kids, if it came home to you, how would you feel? But my bottom line is, y'all, be careful what you wish on somebody. And I don't look down on you. All I want to do is just give you my point of view. And you could continue to say the same thing you say. I don't care if Trump died or not. But now if I had a say so, my personal opinion, instead of Trump, if it was me, but God don't want me to do this here. I'd rather for those blacks that's selling them drugs to our black community, those blacks that's out here killing other blacks unjustifiably, those blacks that's out here misusing and abusing our young children, boys and girls, black preachers, these NAACP and all these other organizations like Rainbow Collision, Jesse Jackson, them. You see the meeting he having today in Operation Push. He got Breonna Taylor's family and got Floyd Blake's family having a meeting with them today. You know why? Because it's going to be beneficial to him. He acting like he concerned about their death because police killed both of them. You see what I'm saying? In some cases, if you look at certain things could have been avoided in some of these cases out here, y'all. But I ain't going to get off into that. But I bet you Jesse Jackson ain't worried about these 3-year-old kids that's getting shot and killed. They ain't trying to get no justice on the black-on-black crime. You know why? Because ain't no money in it. But y'all be careful what leaders you out here following. Y'all be careful sometime. Even me, when I say certain things, I have to retract them. Somebody call me or get in contact with me. Say, brother, you know, we like your videos, but don't talk about killing all the time. You know, God gonna take care of it. And they right. But let me tell you this here, y'all, before I leave. Black people, we got to wake up. Look at that thing on WGN with Jesse Jackson them. Out of all the blacks being killed, they got two families there. Breonna Taylor's family and Floyd Blake's family. Them is two of the biggest cases that's in the news. You see, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Benjamin Crump, a lot of them, what they do is they follow cases that's gonna make money. They ain't concerned about blacks getting killed. They following cases that gonna get money. Let me show you, for instance, two people that's close to me and my two daughters, relatives to both of my daughters. One of them relative to me was sold some poison, fentanyl, and they OD'd and died. Do you think Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Benjamin Crump, or any of these other black leaders, do you think they care about those? My two daughters did. I did, and my cousin's family did. But to them, it wasn't nothing. But then here go Whitney Houston, probably a millionaire, may she rest in peace. When she died, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, all of them had front row seats. But where were they at when she was addicted to these drugs? Nowhere around. You see what I'm saying? So you got to just wake up and see. I know some of y'all saying I'm real critical of black people. I'd rather wake you up to these black people that's misusing us. They more dangerous than Trump. They more dangerous than the Ku Klux Klan. But some of y'all don't even see it. You see, we know Ku Klux Klan is in the judges' benches and the police stations. But how can we deal with them when we can't even deal with the danger in our neighborhood? Some mothers out south was protesting or in memories of some of their family members that got killed. You see what I'm saying? Mothers against violence. And people came over there, blacks came over there and shot and killed them. But these people that's in power, they ain't worried about it. You know, these football players and everybody else, they concerned again now because Trump told the white supremacists, stand back and stand by. But what about these blacks killing blacks? But I'm just going to say this here and I'm going to go. Blacks, wake up. To be aware is to be alive. Stay safe. Stay focused. And I'm going to say peace, be still in a minute. You see what I'm doing now? I done taught my daughters and them how to do it. I don't have them to do it. That's my hydraulic jack. That's one of my daughters and them sleds for the winter. I use that to go up under the car. That's the pan to drop my oil. That's the tubes. I'm finna change the oil in my Suburban because it's due. I got new tires on each one of them, my Crown Vic. Got some real good rubber there. 225, 6016 for anybody wants some. They not free. But you see, just like I'm preparing for the winter for my two vehicles, the squirrel prepare for the winter during the fall most times when he get his nuts and bury his food and bury it. I'm giving you a message to show you Trump ain't the biggest threat to this country for black people. The biggest threat is blacks that's out there killing other blacks. Anytime a black is a president of the NAAC, people like Jesse Jackson with all that authority, and they ain't out there marching and complaining and having these meetings at they places every time a black get killed or OD off of some of these drugs. It got to be somebody like Whitney Houston. It got to be somebody like Kobe Bryant to die. If another black, may he rest in peace, and there's no disrespect. Had me and my 2 daughters been in there and died, it would just have been 3 dead black people in a helicopter. You see, but that ain't the way God works. God that has no reverence for people. That's why he told us not to call, in the Bible tell you don't call no man reverence. All reverence be to God. Don't call no man father. There's only one Father, he's in heaven. But let me stop, because I didn't come to preach. I ask y'all to continue to pray for me, that God give me the right words to say at the right time. I pray for all people. I even pray for Trump to recover. He could be faking because he lies so much. I don't know if it's true or not. He made it, him or Biden, they didn't do nothing at this debate. My 2 daughters could have did better than that. They could have been running for president and vice president. But neither one of them did nothing or said anything oppressing. But Trump got so humiliated, now he's sick. He could be sick and he may not be sick. Charleston, Missouri, y'all wake up. It's a lot of things happening in this town. I know some people see it and some people don't. When you off into criminal activity, you working with corrupted law enforcement officials and judges who swear and take oaths to protect all people, and you know they crooked and you working with them. Hello, NAACP. Hello, y'all with these government grants. Hello, 90% of the black preachers down here. I'm going to leave you at that. Peace be still.